Boston Red Sox. Participating advertisers are Lowenbrow. When you want the taste of a truly great beer, there's really only one. Tonight, let it be Lowenbrow. And Toyota hopes you'll enjoy this Yankee game. You asked for it, now you get more than your money's worth at Toyota. Manufacturers Hanover, where it's banking the way you want it to be. Burger King, where you get the best darn burgers, all 100% pure beef. Pepsi Cola and your local Pepsi bottler. Have a Pepsi day. Colonial Provision Company, the makers of Yankees Franks, with the taste that takes you out to the ball game. Don Edison, serving 9 million people in New York and Westchester. The 70 greater New York area finest dealers who say when it comes to your car, don't compromise, minus size. Home electronics products. And the New York Yankees.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kingdom in Seattle. Phil Rizzuto here with Bill White and Frank Messer. We bring you tonight's game here at the Kingdom on a Saturday night, April 28th, 1979. As the New York Yankees take on the Seattle Mariners. Well, folks, the thing is going on. So far, the New York Yankees they are 6-12. They lost the first game of the series. They'll take on the Seattle Mariners, who are 6-14. On the mound for the Seattle Mariners will be Glenn Abbott, and on the mound for the New York Yankees, making his New York Yankee debut, coming over from the New York Mets in the big trade, Pete Falcone. As he's a left-hander, the umpires are at home plate going over the instructions. Home plate umpire tonight will be Terry Cooney. The first base umpire will be Dale Ford. The second base umpire will be Mike Riley. And the third base umpire will be Darryl Cousins. Here are your starting lineups for the New York Yankees. Elliot Matic in the leadoff spot tonight, center field. Willie Randolph batting second at second. Mickey Rivers is still on the DL. He'll probably be on for most of the next trip when the Yankees return home against the West Coast teams. Batting third is the catcher Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, the designated hitter Oscar Gamble. Batting fifth, the right fielder Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth, the left fielder Lou Piniella. Batting seventh, the third baseman Greg Nettles. Batting eighth, the first baseman Chris Chambliss. And batting ninth, the shortstop Bucky Dent. For the Mariners, Julio Cruz leading off at second. Valentine batting second at third. Batting third is going to be Rupert Jones in center field. Willie Horton batting fourth, your designated hitter. Bruce Bochy batting fifth at first. Leon Roberts batting sixth and right. Tom Paciorek in left batting seventh. Larry Cox batting eighth at behind the plate. And batting ninth, the shortstop Mario Mendoza. Again, this is the alternate universe 1979 New York Yankee replay as trades are made. We make our own lineups. We also try to make things a little bit different. Thurman Munson is using his 1978 Stratomatic baseball card, so he'll have limited injuries during the season, and he also cannot fly during the regular season. He'll fly with the team, but he's not allowed to fly on his own. So here we go. Let's get this started. Elliot Matic's ready. Glenn Abbott ready. Let's get this baseball game underway. Elliot Matic leads off hitting .217, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Here's the first pitch. And that will be a base hit center field. Elliot Matic likes to hit right-handed pitching. That was obvious. That's why they have him in the leadoff spot. And there it is, base hit Matic. And now let's see if he can run a little bit. He's at 50%, wide to seal second. But let's see what Randolph does. Matic gets a good lead. Here's a pitch to Randolph, and that will be a base hit right field for Willie Randolph. So let's see if the Yankees go first to third now. Let's see if they will go first to third. Let's see. Will they go and send him, or they set up Munson? They will hold Matic at second. The ball got to Leon Roberts well. So first and second, nobody out. Here's Munson. Munson hitting .259, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and the pitch. And that'll be a line drive to the second baseman, Julio Cruz. Luckily, the Yankees were not far off the bags. So 1 out here in the first. And now here's Oscar Gamble, who's getting the shot at designated hitter right now. .242, 4 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Here's the pitch to Gamble. Oh, fly ball center field. Rupert Jones is there. He'll come in, make the catch, and that is out number 2. Yankees with 2 on and 2 out. Here is the right fielder, Reggie Jackson, putting down the 5th spot. He's hitting 237, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Here's the pitch to Jackson, and that will be a ground ball head to the shortstop. That's Mario Mendoza. Let's see if Mendoza can get it. It gets to him fast on the AstroTurf. Let's see if Mendoza can make the flip to Cruz or make the flip to first. That's a tough play, and he is safe on the play. It's an infield hit. It was deep in the hole, and Reggie Jackson beat it out like his life depended on it. So now the Yankees with the bases loaded with 3 hits in the inning. It will now be Lou Piniella up, hitting 194. He's in a clutch spot with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Cox behind the plate sets the target. Abbott from the stretch and the pitch. Ground ball into the second base hole. Cruz gets it, flips to the first, and ends the inning. Holy cow. And the New York Yankees strand the bases loaded. That is something this team has been doing on a very, very bad level. And they leave them loaded. We go to it will be Julio Cruz, followed by Valentine and Rupert Jones, the bat for him. And on the mound for the New York Yankees, not in the beard as you see in the picture, not in the mid outfit, is Pete Falcone. He'll get the start tonight with the Mets. He was 1-0, 2.55 ERA, 10 hits over 18 innings. He's a left-hander. And now it'll be Cruz the lead off, hitting 333, 5 RBIs, 10 stolen bases. Here's the pitch. That will be a ground ball in the whole shortstop. Dent's got it. He stops, pivots, takes a throw. Got him. Good play by Dent. So Dent gets it over to Chambliss, makes the play, and there's one away. Here is Valentine. He's hitting 231, 1 RBI. He's getting a start today. Rick Stein got the start in game 1 of this series. Oh, it should have been Stein in this one, too. Hang on. He's a left-handed pitcher. Let's blow one of our guys on the bench. Oof. And we'll put in Mr. Bill Give Me the Money Stein. So he should be in this lineup against the lefty. I'm not sure why he's not in there. Stein hitting 235, 2 almost 3 RBIs. Hits lefties extremely well. Here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball to shortstop, picked up by Dent, throws them out for out number 2. So 2 plays by Bucky Dent and 2 outs for Pete Falcone. Here is Rupert Jones, young-looking center fielder, 228, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Munson sets the target. Falcone with the pitch. That will be a little liner base hit for Rupert Jones, just out of the reach. So Rupert Jones with a base hit. Let's see where he hit it to. And it's like he just gets it over the extended glove. He probably just got it over Randolph. He's a left-handed hitter, and he does. So runner on first and 2 out. Jones with some speed. Let's see if they run on him. Here is Willie Horton hitting 347, 1 home run, 10 RBI. They do not run. Munson puts down the sign. Left-hander Horton, left-hander Falcone, and that is a fly ball center field. That ball will be back. Back goes Matic, makes the catch as Horton hit it a ton, but obviously didn't hear who. We played 1 here in the Kingdom. Yankees nothing and the Mariners nothing. We go to the top of the second. Here on the West Coast. Channel 11 brings you New York Yankee baseball. We've been gone for a while. Next Yankee game will be a Sunday afternoon before the Yankees return back home against these same West Coast teams. Here's Nettles hitting 221, 3 doubles, a home run, and 5 RBIs. Cox put down the side. Abbott the Nettles and the pitch. That'll be a fly ball center field. Rupert Jones is there, comes in and makes the catch, and Nettles is retired. So now up for the New York Yankees will be Chris Chambliss, hitting 224, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a base hit down the line. Chambliss with a big hit. Let's see if Chambliss goes for 2. He will not go for 2. He is stopped right there. Chambliss goes about halfway there. Has to go back and gets back in time. What a throw by Rupert Jones. Played the carom perfectly. And Chambliss was held to a long single. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that was correct. Let's play that one differently. So hang on, let's undo it. It was not a double from Chambliss. Dun, 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 dun. So let's see. It's going to be a 4-9 on it, and it was a 19 double. And they're doing a replay check, and Chambliss will stop at first. So Chambliss on at first with one man out. Here's Bucky Dent, one man out. He's hitting 224. A lot of these Yankees stuck in that 224 area. Cox puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Glenn Abbott, and the pitch. And he hits a foul out behind the plate. Cox is right there. He's going to come on and make the catch. So now here is Elliot Matic, 1-for-1. He had a single. Chambliss puts down the target. Here it is, the pitch. And that's a ground ball down the first. Good play by Bhakti. Gets to the bag in time. And that will retire the side for the Yankees. No runs, one hit. And yes, they strand one. We go to the bottom of the second. It is still no score. Yankees were having a lot of problems right to the bottom of the second inning. Seattle will now send up Bhakti Roberts Pachorik against Pete Falcone in this second inning of work. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone looks in, and Pete Falcone ground ball down the first. Chambliss has got it. Bhakti, not much speed. Chambliss will take it to the bag himself and gets there in time. So one away. Good start for Pete Falcone here. Here's Leon Roberts. Roberts comes in, good hitter against left-handed pitching. This could be a spot where Falcone has to be careful. Munson sets the target. Falcone looks in and the pitch. That'll be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Good play by Falcone. He fielded that perfectly. He gets it. He has time, sets himself, throws a strike to Chambliss for out number 2. But now here is Wimpy Tom Pachorik. Pachorik getting 235, 2 doubles and 3 ribbies. Right-handed hitter. Munson puts down the sign. Here's the pitch to Pachorik, and that is a ground ball hit to the shortstop. This time, he has good shortstop out there. Doesn't have Frankie Tavares. He's got Bucky Dent, pretty reliable shortstop. He hits Dent in the hole. He puts to a stop, throws, got him. Good throw by Dent. Strong arm. 2 innings to play in Seattle. Yankees nothing, Mariners nothing. Top of the third coming up here at the key play. Randolph followed by Munson and Gamble. So Cox sets the target. Glenn Abbott puts down the sign. Here's the pitch. That will be a popped up straight up. That will be Bhakti. He has to watch the roof. He waits, gets it, and makes the catch. Those plays are tough here at the Kingdom. He's got to find the roof and then find the lights and everything else. Here's Munson. From one of the line out. Yankees again have stranded 4 through 2 in the third. Here's a pitch to Munson. That is going to be a strike him out. Munson cannot believe it. He's down on strikes. Glenn Abbott with a big strikeout. So 2 outs. Here's Oscar Gamble. He flied out his first time up again. Yankees stranded him loaded in the first. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott looks in and the pitch. That will be a base hit center field for Oscar Gamble, the big O. So big Oscar Gamble with the base hit, slaps it in the center field, and the Yankees got something going with 2 men out. So now Jackson, the batter, he singled his first time up. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott looks in from the stretch, pitch to Jackson, and that will be a fly ball hit to center field. Hard hit. Rupert Jones is there. Let's see if he's able to make the catch. He's going out there to center, comes up with it, makes the catch, and the Yankees are down the third, yet they strand another runner. We go to the bottom of the third. Yankees nothing, Mariners nothing. So bottom of the third up will be Cox, Mendoza, Cruz against Pete Falcone. Cox, a home run in last night's ball game, hit 235. The first home run, 2 RBIs. And the pitch, that's a strike strikeout for Cox. Big one. That's the first strikeout in a Yankee uniform for Pete Falcone. So big strikeout for Pete. One away here in the third. He is showing good signs. Here is Mario Mendoza. Mendoza hitting .43 and 23 at bats. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone in the windup and the pitch. And that is a looping liner caught by Bucky Dent. Didn't really stand a chance. Dent just hopped to his left a little bit and made the catch. It did not have to jump. That will be 2 out here in the second. They'll bring up second baseman Julio Cruz. Julio so far grounded out his first time up. You want to keep Julio off the bases. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone with the windup and the pitch. That will be a strikeout now. Pete Falcone, his second strikeout. He strikes out 2 in the inning. We played 3 here in Seattle. Yankees, nothing. Mariners, nothing. So Pinella, Nettles, Chambliss, the bat for the Yankees here in the visiting fourth. Channel 11. WP. Presents New York Sunday afternoon. Lovely city inside this big encompass building. Here's Pinella. He's 0 for 1. Cox puts down the sign. Pitch to Pinella. Ground ball down the third. Picked up by Stein. Throws him out. And that's the first down. So now here is Lou Pinella. 1 out in the fourth. Hitting 190, 105 RBIs. And the pitch to Pinella. 8 base hits in our field for Nettles. So Nettles with a base hit. He continues his hot streak. 1 away. So 1 out in the fourth. Let's see what they do here. Let's make sure we're still going live on the YouTube networks. Here's Chris Chambliss. He's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. Big opportunity here against Abbott. 4-11. Ground ball down the first. That's a tough play for Bruce Bhakti. Let's see if he can come up with it. Nettles is going down the line to second. Let's see where Bhakti goes with it. Does he kick the bag to himself? No, he cannot handle it. It's an error on Bhakti. So first and second, 1 out. The Yankees inning continues. So now here's Bucky Dent with 1 man out. I think they're going to swing away here. A bunt will be an option here, but you don't want to put men on. So let's see. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch, pitch to Dent, and that's a popped it straight up. Oh my goodness. Mendoza there calls everyone off, makes the catch, and that's 2 outs here in the fourth. Oh my. Dent throws the bat down, and the Yankee bat remains silent. So here's Elliot Matic hitting .229 now, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Big opportunity for Elliott to show his Yankee merits. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch, and that's a miss. Oh, ground ball to short. Mendoza makes a nice play. Goes to short way to Cruz, and the Yankees will strand 1 more. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees nothing, and the Mariners nothing. Yankees are just outright struggling right now. Bottom of the fourth inning. Yankees have stranded 7 on base. The Mariners 1. They can't be doing this if they want to win this. So now up is again Bill Stein, a dangerous hitter against left-handers. Rupert Jones and Willie Horton. The meat of this Mariner lineup. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone looks on and the pitch. And that is a ground ball in the hole where Willie Randolph has it. Let's see if Willie can come up with it. Willie's in the hole. Stops, pops, throws. Got him. Good play there. 1 out in the fourth. So now here's Rupert Jones. 1 for 1. Single back in the first. Mendoza puts down the sign. Falcone from the windup. 1-8 is a liner. Base at Rupert Jones. He has his second hit of the ball game. So Rupert lines it in the outfield for a base hit. So 2 for 2. So 2 hits for Rupert. And now here's Willie Horton. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Falcone on the mound. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that is struck him out. Thankfully, he had his pitch and swung over it. So 2 outs there, gets Horton on the K, and that's 3. So now here's Bhakti. He's 0 for 1 the ball game, grounded out his first time up. Solid-looking young player. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone from the stretch. That will be a strike him out. Looking Bhakti on the inside corner, and that is all for the Mariners. No runs, 1 hit. They strand 1, 4 Ks for Falcone. We head to the 5th. No score here in the Northwest. Yankees nothing, Mariners nothing. Top of the 5th. Top of the 5th here at Seattle's Kingdom. Randolph, Munson, Gamble at his right, left against Glenn Abbott here in the 5th. Cox puts on the sign. Abbott in the pitch. That will be a walk to Randolph, and Glenn Abbott wants to know where that is. He is asking the home plate umpire. He's ignoring him as Randolph will take first. So Randolph draws the walk. He is able to steal, and he is going to try. Let's see if Randolph can get a good jump here. He's going, and he's safe in a possible throwing error. So let's see. High throw by Larry Cox. The throw is going to be, let's see, was cut off or not. No, it's into the outfield for an error. So Larry Cox had hit Randolph on the way in. Randolph pops right up and goes to third. That is a stolen base, E2. So Randolph, using his wheels, gets a big stolen base, gets the error by Crew Cox, and the Yankees, with no men out, have a now. That is a dangerous blue. I got another blue one here. So playing Mariner blue colors. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. The Mariners are going to play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Randolph, and that's a ground ball. That's second. Oh, Cruz gets it. He stares at Randolph, says, you're not going. Throws to Bhakti, and that will be 1 away. Holy cow. And now here's Oscar Gamble. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Oscar's in this lineup for this reason. Can Gamble get the big hit? Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. And that's a walk to Gamble. So Gamble go to first. I think they may have pitched around him. And now here's Reggie. You don't pitch around Gamble to pitch to Jackson, but Jackson has struggled a little bit. Jackson's average down to 246, only 2 home runs, but this is his situation he strives in. First and third, 1 out, sets up a double play. Anything up the middle they don't get, Randolph scores. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jackson, and that is a base hit for Jackson. And the Yankees will take a 1-0 lead. So it is going to be a base hit for Jackson. He'll send Gamble to third. Randolph scores, and the Yankees finally break on top 1-0. Here's Piniella. He's 0 for 2. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. In corners are now playing in for the Mariners. And the pitch is a pop. It straight up. Piniella throws the bat down, probably breaks it. Bhakti is going to be there, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. A wasted effort there. And now here's Nettles, who's 1 for 2. Big opportunity for number 9 here, trying to get the Yankees a little extra runs. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott working from the stretch. Jackson being held on. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball down the first. Bhakti's got it. Nettles, with not much speed, takes it to the bag himself, and the Yankees will strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Yankees. So Pete Falcone came over from the New York Mets. Has a chance here to put himself in a big, nice situation for his new team. The Yankees have stranded 9 so far in 5 innings. So the Yankees need to get those clutch hits when they need to. They have really struggled. Dwayne Martz, how you doing, my friend? Here's Leon Roberts. Of course, this is a after 10 o'clock start Saturday night on the East Coast. So in the 5th inning, we're talking about 11 o'clock-ish. So it's getting late. Munson puts down the sign. Pete Falcone pitching to Leon Roberts. 1 Savage is popped up. Randolph is there. He hasn't played here much. He's going to have to watch the roof a little bit more. Calls off Chambliss, makes the catch. Good job there by Willie. And now here's Tom Paciorek, Wimpy, as Hawk Harrelson called him. 0 for 1. Munson puts down the sign. Jesus, I'm dropping dice today, and white ones aren't as easy to come by. Hang on, folks. Give me a second. I know where it is, chat, but you know what? That's sometimes happens when you keep rocking dice in your hands. So let's see. We are playing blue, so let's throw a red one in as the decider die in Stratomatic. So red will be the die that tells me pitch or hitter, and the Mariner blue, of course, are the numbers from 2 to 12. So here we go. Keep shaking them in your hand. That's why you have the shaker. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone to Paciorek, and that's going to be a 5-3. Ground ball down the first. Easy play for Chambliss. Paciorek with some speed. Falcone will get there, show some speed, gets to the bag in time. Good job there. 2 away here in the 5th. Here's Larry Cox. He is so far 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Falcone with 4 punch-outs. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone looks in and the pitch. That will be a base hit for Larry Cox. Let's see where it goes. That's in the outfield for a base hit. And he will hold right there. So a long single for Larry Cox. Runner on first and 2 men out. So now here's Mario Mendoza. So Mendoza the batter, 0 for 1. Of course, he's hitting that Mario Mendoza line. 0-42, 24 at bats, 1 RBI. Munson the sign, Falcone from the stretch. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. Pinella's there, comes down with it, makes the catch. And the Mariners are done in the 5th. Hey, they strand one of their own. Let's head to the 6th. It is Yankees 1, Mariners nothing. So Yankees lead 1-0 as we head into the 6th inning here. And a good day for a ball game, of course. Will be, let's see. So it'll be Chanks left, right. The bat for the Yanks here in the 6th. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott looks in and pitches. And that will be a fly ball right field. Leon Roberts is there. Ooh, Roberts, he's got a hard time playing the lights here. He may play it in front of him. Let's see if it drops. He comes in and he drops it completely. Oh, it's a 3-base error. How about that? So it's a complete kabats. So he sprints around second. He digs for third, and Chambliss is there for the 3-base error. Holy smokes. As Leon Roberts dropped it, and then the ball rolled all the way to the wall. Chambliss was not hustling, or that is a little league inside the park home run. So he's now at third with nobody out. Here's Bucky Dent now. So Cox puts down the sign here. Tough times. Cox, as the Yankees had to do yet in the first game of the series, is to get advantage of this Mariner defense. Today they are getting it. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch in the pitch. That'll be a pop it straight up. Oh, my goodness. Again, a wasted opportunity for Dent. Mendoza there calls everyone off, makes the catch, and that's 1 out here in the 6th. They better get this running, folks. And now here's Elliot Matic. He's 1 for 3, had a single to lead off the game. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott puts down waits for the numbers. Chambliss to take a lead off first, not a big lead. Here's a pitch to Elliott. And that is going to be a base hit for Elliot Matic. He does the job done. The Yankees will take a 2-0 lead. And that'll be a hard single for Matic. He's gone around first. He's going to go for second. No, he'll hold right there. So Matic is off the long single. Yankees lead 2-0 here in the 6th. And now here's Willie Randolph. So now Cox, Matic on at first with 1 man out. Randolph 1 for 2. He singled, walked, scored, stolen a base. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott to Randolph in the pitch. That'll be a fly ball left field again. They hit it toward the Mariners defense. That is the weakest. It could play him off this wall. It's going to play him off this wall. Matic's on the run. He's going to not get to it. He's not going to get to it. And he scores from first. A double for Randolph. Matic knew it was going to go over Patrick's head. He didn't stop, and he scores from first on a double. Yankees lead 3-0. And now here's Thurman Munson with 1 out in the 6th. Yankees on top, 3-zip. Cox puts down the sign now. Abbott from the stretch, and that is going to be a ground ball in the hole to Mario Mendoza. Let's see if Mendoza can come up with this play. He's up in the hole. He's got it. Let's see if he. Oh, Yankees will. They will hold. They probably should go on the 3rd, and the easy play is made. So now with 2 outs in the 6th, it is 3-0. So now here's the big O Oscar Gamble. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Well, 1 for 2 in the ball game. He flied out, singled, walked. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch, and they will walk Gamble. The pitch to Jackson. Maybe they were pitching around Gamble back early in this game. Let's see if Jackson makes him pay again. 2 for 3 at the fly, and as Jackson comes off with a smile on his face, points the bat at Glenn Abbott like Babe Ruth would. Cox puts down the sign. Pitch from Abbott to Jackson. Ground ball back to the mound. Oh, Glenn Abbott's got it. Good play there. Self-preservance comes up with a throws a strike to Baki, and the Yankees are done in the 6th. But they get 2. They strand a couple more. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees 3, Seattle 0. The Yankees so far have stranded 11. So basically, they've stranded a 3-hour tour because anything less, they basically have stranded Gilligan's Island of all things. They lead 3-0 here in the 6th. 3 runs on 9 hits, stranded 11, while the Mariners, no runs, 3 hits, had committed 3 errors and some mental errors. So Falcone stays in the game in the 6th, up by 3, trying to hold on to the lead. The Yankee, this guy, he is picking up starts in the Catfish Hunter rotation. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone, here's the pitch, and that's a strikeout for Julio Cruz. He does not do that a lot during the regular season. He struck out 61 times, and he struck out twice today. That's 5 punchies for Pete Falcone. I can imagine this guy gets popular in New York. You're going to get, it wasn't born back then, but you get the idea. They would give the Anthony Rizzo Sopranos music treatment to Mr. Falcone if he continues to pitch like he does. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone to Bill Stein and the pitch. Ground ball hit the short. Dent's got it. Picks it up, throws the first, and that is 2 outs. So the Yankees getting some good pitches by Pete here. 2 outs in the 6th, and here's Rupert Jones. 2 for 2 so far in the ball game. Munson puts down the sign. The lefty Falcone and the pitch. That will be a strike 3 on the inside corner, and Petey Falcone gets him, and that is strikeout number 6 for Falcone. We go to the 7th. That's 3-0 Yankees. We go to the 7th. It'll be Piniella, Nettles, and Chambliss versus Glenn Abbott here in the 7th inning. Top of the 7th. Yankees trying great job at it. Pete Falcone, the Yankee bullpen, is quiet. That's what they're going to need. Tommy John pitches in the finale tomorrow or the next game we play. Piniella will be followed by Nettles and Chambliss. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott on the pitch. And now we have 5 ball center field. That is the one outfielder that plays well. Rupert Jones is there. We'll see if Rupert can come up with this. He charges as he makes the catch. Yes, he does. And yes, very dependable. Here's Nettles, 1 for 3. Single back in the 4th. Abbott looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Nettles. And that will be a line drive to the second baseman. Good job by Julio Cruz. So 2 outs there. Nettles retired. Here's the first baseman, Chris Chambliss. Chambliss 1 for 3. He's reached on 2 errors in the ball game. So he's gotten gifted twice on base. Cox puts down a sign. Abbott looks in the right. That will be a fly ball center field. He's going to try for the hat trick for his third time reaching on an error, but he hit it at Rupert Jones. We'll see if Rupert can come up with this one. Oh, let's see if he does. And he makes the catch to end the inning, I believe. He does. It was a quick result. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Get up and stretch. It's Yankees 3, Mariners nothing. So far for the Yankees 3-9-0. The Mariners 0-3-3. And now with Pete Falcone entering his seventh inning of work, he'll pitch to Willie Horton, Bruce Bochy, Leon Roberts, kind of the meat of this Mariner lineup. Munson puts on the sign. Falcone looks in the pitch. That'll be a fly ball center field. Elliot Matic comes in. Horton hits a shot to center, but obviously didn't get the who. And Matic makes the catch, and there's one away here in the seventh. Here's Bochy. He's 0 for 2. Bochy grounded out and strikeout. Falcone's looked good. 3 hits, no walks so far. Munson puts down a sign. Falcone and the pitch. That'll be a ground ball down the third. Nettles has got it, makes it, and throws a strong throw to get Bochy for out number 2. We'll go over the trades at the end of this inning. If those out in the audience wonder why the Yankees got some of these players and what I'm doing, Munson puts down the sign. Pete Falcone looks in, and here is the pitch. That will be a 3-6, and that is a line drive. That will be trouble. That's in the left field corner. Let's see if it goes out of here. No, it's off the wall for a double. So a double for Leon Roberts. He took Falcone deep, but bounced off the high wall in center. So Roberts on at second now with 2 outs. And now here is Tommy Paciorek. Paciorek the batter with 2 outs. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone working from the stretch. He hasn't worked from the stretch much today. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught. Oh, Pete Falcone pops the fist. He got some help from his defense there. And that is caught. What a catch there. Paciorek hit a bullet and Randolph's glove found the ball. Mariners strand 1. We head to the 8th. New York 3, Seattle nothing. Let's go ahead and clear up some stuff out there, folks. We are playing again my alternate universe New York Yankee 1979 replay. So Thurman Munson is using his 1978 Stratomatic card almost fully healed. He will not be able to physically fly planes during this season. And also the Yankees will make trades, as I put on the trade feature in Stratomatic. So other teams will make trades also. Like Seattle was made one of the only trades so far this season. They traded for Ron Hassey, but he isn't starting, which doesn't make sense. But I may get him starts versus right-handed pitching. But the Yankees needed to. They've been running to injuries most of the early season. Willie Randolph got hurt, and then Mickey Rivers got hurt. I lost Reggie Jackson for a period of time. So with Mickey Rivers out, I made a quick trade for Elliot Matic to play center field. Good move, I thought. It was a smart call. And then I had to do something else, and it worked out wonderfully. I asked the Mets if they're willing to trade Pete Falcone, and I got him also in the Elliot Matic trade. And I traded, I traded Dick Tidrow, and I believe it was Don Hood, so left-handed pitcher and a right-handed pitcher. Both guys not in their primes of their career, so the Yankees really benefited from that trade. Again, the STRAT PC is usually really smart, and they don't make off-the-wall bad trades, but I'll accept that one. I ran away with it, took it, accepted it, and said thank you, and left the room. So Falcone, because this team needs the starters, because with Figueroa not having a lot of starts and Catfish Hunter not having a lot of starts and the cards don't look good, the Yankees had to make some deals. So that's one deal they did make. They also traded for Tim Stoddard for I believe, for Jim Spencer, which was a tough trade for me because he had a good year. But to get something good, they had to trade something good, and that's one of my extra pieces since I do have George Scott still on this Yankee team. So top of the 8th, the Yankees lead 3-0, 3-9-0. Seattle 0-4-3. Let's go to the 8th inning. Dent 0 for 3. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott with the pitch. And we're off. And that's a base hit for Bucky Dent. How about that? Let me make sure I read it right. So that is going to be a base hit. And he'll round first and stay right there for the long single. So again, that's the 10th hit of the ball game for Bucky. He needed that one. And now here's Elliot Matic. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI single. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. Let's see, make sure Seattle's not kicking him out. Here's the pitch. That will be a swing fly ball center field for Maddox. Rupert Jones is there. He'll come in on it, make the catch, and there's one out here in the 8th. So now it's Willie Randolph. He's 2 for 3 at the double as his average continues to really play well. He's singled and doubled in a run. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch and the pitch. Let's see what they do. Make sure they don't take the pitcher out. They don't. And the pitch, fly ball, center field. Rupert Jones is there. Rupert Jones, as the Mariners fans yell for Rupert, makes the catch. There's 2 outs here in the 8th. Here's Thurman. He's 0 for 4 today. He had a hitting streak that was stopped, and it looks like right now he's back in one of his funks again. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott to Munson, and that's a foul ball. He may have saved himself an out there. Cox and the pitch. That will be a ground ball down the 3rd. That is Bill Stein. Let's see if he shows up. The money for Stein. 4-10. Stein comes up with it, gets it, and throws it across the diamond and gets him. Munson 0 for 5. Tough game for Thurm. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's New York 3, Seattle nothing. Again, the Yankees not getting the big hits. They've now stranded an even dozen 12 with their 10 hits. So now here is Cox, Mendoza, and Cruz. Pete Falcone still on the mound. Larry Cox will bat, though. He favors left-handed hitters, left-handed pitching. Munson puts down the sign, Falcone in the pitch, and that is a fly ball in the shallow center field. Let's see if he can make this big catch, and Maddox is there, makes the catch, and there's one away, and a big play it was. So now here's Mendoza. This is where I think you need to take him out of this game. Let's see if they decide to. They do, actually, and it'll be a guy named Craig. So Craig will be the new batter. He is 3 for 5 on the season. He only had 52 at-bats, and he hit 385. Let's get his first name for the audience at home. His name is Rod Craig. And Rod Craig, he likes hitting against righties, and he's hitting against Falcone, the lefty. So let's see what he does. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone to the pinch hitter and the pitch. And that's a shot in the gap for a double. Holy cow. So he doubles the opposite way. Reggie played him lightly, goes over his head. Jackson plays the hop, and Craig with a pinch hit double. So now Tim Stoddard up in that New York Yankee bullpen. Ron Davis was used in yesterday's ball game. So I'll present Tim Stoddard getting up once again. Gossage possibly, but I think they want to try to limit Gossage right now. Munson puts down the sign. Falcone from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cruz, which makes sure they bat for him. They will. And the pitch. That'll be a base hit for Cruz. That will drive in Craig, and it's a 3-1 ball game. So base hit for Cruz. It's 3-1. So Stoddard gets ready, and you're not going to let him pitch to the lefty monster, and then it's Hort, and then it's Jones, then the guys he wants righties. Ooh, here comes Bob Lemon. He will go ahead and point the right-handed finger for the North Carolina State forward. His name is Timmy Stoddard. So Stoddard will come in the game. Stoddard went 2 innings so far this year, a couple walks, and a couple strikeouts. So he's the new pitcher, big right-handed for the Yanks. So he comes in again. Remember, he played on off that offensive line, played on the front line with David Thompson. So at North Carolina State, so he has a basketball definitely mentality. Let's see if Stoddard can shoot this one down. Stoddard, a right-hander to the big right-hander, and they will pinch hit for Stein. They'll go to Larry Milbourne. 306 hitter, 49 at bat. He should be in this lineup probably. 2 doubles, hitting 306. He may take over and play short for the M's. So now it's Milbourne versus Stoddard. Munson puts down the sign. Stoddard from the stretch, and they are gonna try to steal. There goes Cruz. The throw is not in time. That is a stolen base without even needing to look. That is a 9, and Cruz steals second. So down by 2, Cruz steals second. Wow. So runner on second, 1 out now. Stole that one off Stoddard probably. Munson puts down the sign. Stoddard from the stretch. And that is a ground ball in the hole. That will not get the run in. Nettles will get it. Looks back at Cruz. Throws across the Chambliss. And there's 2 outs. The tying run comes to the plate for Rupert Jones. 2 for 3 in the ball game. As Stoddard comes in. It is the power of Rupert Jones against Tim Stoddard. Munson puts down the sign. Stoddard from the stretch and the pitch. That will be a fly ball right field. Doesn't have enough carry. Jackson there. Wicks, he's going to the back, makes the catch, and the Mariners strand 1. Let's head to the top of the 9th. Yankees 3, Mariners 1. Let's see what the Mariners do defensively. Larry Milbourne will go in and play third. Simpson and his real god-awful rating will play short. And those are your 2 new defenders. And Glenn Abbott will stay out there and pitch for the Mariners. Only 117 innings, and he's staying out there and pitching in the 9th. Gamble, Jackson, Piniella, left, right. That's where he probably should have made the change, to be honest. They should have gave him a lefty there. Let's see if that comes back and hurts him. Cox down the side, Abbott in the pitch, and a foul ball. Again, we're reading that first, and that is going to be a ground ball down the first. Bhakti made an error before. Let's see. Bhakti gets 2. Let's see if he's able to get to the bag himself. Does he get the bag? Yes, he does. He flipped it to Abbott. Good job. 1 away. That's one time he yelled for Abbott. So 1 out in the 9th. That brings up Jackson. Jackson now hitting 254. 2 for 4 in the ball game. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott, the right-hander, and the pitch. That will be a line drive down the second base. Got played by Cruz. And that is 2 away. So 2 outs there. Yankees trying to add some insurance here. And now here's Piniella. So Piniella, the batter. The bat white here. Lou White. Roy White has grabbed the bat. He likes hitting right-handers a little bit better, called according to the new period of time in the last game. So let's look on the IL. That's right, they lost him for a small period. So now they put White out there, and now the problem results. He's going to put a major plus out there. Piniella is a 0. They're going to lead the better defense out there. They can't afford like a 1995 playoff game against the Mariners on a shot hit in the corner and Roy White having a bad arm. So Cox puts down the sign. Abbott, the pitch to Piniella, and the pitch. 4-10, ground ball down the third. That's Milbourne. He doesn't have much range on this. Let's see what he does with it. Hits down to him. He tries to field it. He comes up and throws there, and Piniella goes to second. So that's a hit and an E5 on Milbourne. 4th error on the Mariners. So now the Yankees given an extra gift here. Greg Nettles the batter. 1 for 4. Let's see if maybe they go. No, lefty doesn't matter with Nettles right now. Let's see. Nope, they'll pitch to him. Cox puts down the sign. Abbott from the stretch. Piniella gets the lead off second with 2 outs and the pitch. That will be a 2-7, and that's a strikeout. Oh, my. Glenn Abbott gets a big strikeout there as Nettles, but we go to the bottom of the 9th. New York 3, Mariners 1. So now the Mariners will send up Horton, Bhakti, Roberts, right, left, right, and the Yankees will go to Goose here. Now it's time for Gossage. I guess you don't not go to him. So Gossage on the year. So Stoddard gives him a nice 2/3 of an inning. Gossage is 1-0, 2 saves, 5.06 ERA. He had a rough first outing. 6 hits over 5 innings, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, giving up 1 bomb. Yankees up to bottom 9. Let's see if the Yankees can hold on to it here in the Kingdom. Please stay tuned for the end of this game. Let's bring us back here, folks. Thank you. Don't do that. So here's Willie Horton. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Munson puts down the sign. Gossage against Horton in the pitch. Ground ball down the third. Nettles has got it. He's got a lot of time with Willie Horton. He gets it. Throws a strike to Chambliss, and you have one away. So now here is Bruce Bhakti. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Don't think the Mariners will pinch hit for him. They don't. Munson puts down the sign. Gossage staring down. Here's the pitch to Bhakti. And that's a walk. So now the Mariners bring the tying runners on. Ugh. All right, runner on first, one out here as the Scooter is very size. Here is Roberts, 1 for 3. He's got power against lefties or righties, and he can hit one. Gossage can give it back. So either way, the Mariners can tie it with a swing. Munson puts down the sign. Gossage from the stretch looks in. Here's the pitch. That is a ground ball. It hit softly to short. They're not going to get the double play on this. Roberts is hustling. Debt flips it to Randolph and gets the force. So Roberts on at first. There's 2 outs. Last hope is wimpy Tommy Pachork. Pachork in the ball game is 0 for 3. Gossage looks in. Gossage gives it. Let's see what the Mariners can do. Munson puts down the sign. Gossage from the stretch. Can Gossage keep this in the park? 6-9. Pop the third. Just like the 1978 American League Championship Series. Nettles. He calls everyone off. Dent. Catch it made. And the Yankees win it. And the Yankees win game 2 of the series by the score of 3-1. So Greg Nettles makes the final catch and they tie this series. Yankees go to 7-12 while the Mariners go to 6-15. Pete Falcone, welcome to the Bronx. 7 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Stoddard gives you 2/3 of an inning. Nicely done. Gossage third save, 1 inning. The loss goes to Glenn Abbott. He goes the full way. Scatters, I guess you can say, 11 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. His ERA actually went down. The Yankees stranded uneven. Baker's dozen 13. Mariners left 6. Doubles by Randolph, Roberts, and Craig. RBIs by Matic, Randolph, Jackson, and Cruz. Randolph and Cruz with stolen bases. Cruz is 11th. Randolph's his 2nd. Big hitters in the ball game. It was Matic and Randolph with 2 hits. Jackson with 2 hits. RBIs were scattered. Matic, Randolph, Jackson had 3 of the RBIs. Mariner RBIs by Julio Cruz. He was 1 for 4. Rupert Jones was 2 for 4. Leon Roberts 1 for 4. And then Rod Craig was 1 for 1 with that pinch hit double and the only run scored. Yankees 3-11-0. Seattle 1-6-4. Let's go, folks, now to This Week in Baseball as we'll go over the highlights and stuff for the games left on the schedule. So on the Sunday schedule, folks, it will be Tommy John on the mound against Seattle's Odell Jones. So let's run Sunday schedule, and then we'll show you the league's leaders, and then we'll be out of here for this evening. Let's go ahead and run them real quick. I left the trading deadline on, so we'll see what happens. So Oakland's going to need a new pitcher because they couldn't find one. So this is where I'll probably go Brian. This will probably go Brian Kingman here. So Brian Kingman will be a new pitcher. Mariners defeat the Orioles 3-2. Red Sox over the Angels 6-3. Braves over the Cubs 8-5. Royals over the Cleveland Indians 7-4. Houston over the Pirates 6-5. In a doubleheader, the Mets win 8-6, lose 7-6 over the Dodgers. They split. Milwaukee 3-2. Blue Jays 4-3. They split a doubleheader. Minnesota over Detroit 2-1. Phillies all over the Padres 12-2. Montreal over San Francisco 4-2. Reds over the Cardinals 10-7. White Sox over the Rangers 14-2, as our game will sit and wait. So again, the pitchers are going to be Tommy John and Odell Jones. Let's go over the standings so far as we almost get into the month of May. So far as the Baltimore Orioles, 14-8. The Yankees are finally out of the basement. They're 7-12. They're now 5.5 back, 3 games in back of their real-time results. The California Angels, who the Yankees will go after this series in Seattle, the Yankees do have to go to California, Anaheim, and this week it's Ron Guidry and Nolan Ryan. That will be absolutely televised, and hopefully I'll plug it to death. So Angels are 17-5. That's 3 ahead of their normal pace. Royals are 3 back, and Rangers are 5 back. The A's are 5.5 back. The Philadelphia Phillies are 11-7, 1 ahead of the Cardinals, 1 ahead of the Expos. Mets are 3.5. The Pirates are 4 back. The Astros are tied for first with the Giants, while the Reds are a game and a half back. The Braves 10-10. That's 3 games ahead of their normal pace. Are 2 back. So wild things happening in the 1979 pennant race. Folks, thank you so much. I thank everyone for being here. Yes, the Yankees are you had to work this evening or what was going on. Appreciate seeing you. I'll see you guys maybe more later as it's time to roll the ball, get bowling. The Las Vegas the Showboat Invitational Ladder Finals. I've been playing the last 2 days on the channel, the qualifying rounds. If I do play it, might play some bowling tonight or pull out some Rampage Wrestling and have what I thought should have been the actual WrestleMania card, not what you actually seen, in my opinion. So something of that may get put on the channel later on. We'll talk to you guys again. We'll see you more. Killer.